Hey there, it's VampireMan57 here, and what I've got for you today is me going out on my bombers, and I'm going out with my American bombers, and I'm going out hard. And what I'm going to do to you is talk to you a little bit how bombing in War of Thunder works, and a lot of the ways it's just like butting your head against a wall sometimes. We're looking at a sexy beast right here. We're looking at the B-17 bomber. This thing probably scared a hell of a lot more Germans than a lot of things, and that is probably really true. This, and of course the British Lancaster and Wellingtons, did a hell of a lot of damage across the plate. What I also have with me is I've got a couple of beers just to make this game a little bit easier to watch. Because it's bloody hard watching your own games, because you keep seeing your own mistakes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be going out on my P-47. The P-47 was an amazing plane as it did an awful lot of things throughout its career. It went from being a patrolling fighter to then becoming a ground strike that could rival anything that the British had or the Germans had at the time. And that meant that its job role means that you get to do that job role in War Thunder. And that's how I have it loaded up. I have it loaded up with rockets and bombs, and I'm going to do it. Because I like bombing, you know, I enjoy it. But again, it's like butting your head up against a wall, and I'm pretty sure there's things I can do to change my game and make it better and make it more interesting. But this is how I play. I play with this P-47 right now. I'm just trying to get some altitude, get somewhere, and lose altitude so I can bomb and use my rockets, because that's the way it works. I'm going to get nowhere near anywhere these boats. I think I do drop a bomb, but I don't have a big enough bomb to kill the destroyer. I should have rocketed the destroyer, but then I would have been in enemy territory, and that would have been game over anyway. So let's talk about War Thunder bombing. War Thunder bombing is something that isn't really in any other games. I can't really explain it. It's incredibly hard because not many people are all the way one way and all the way the others. A lot of people get upset that they have a couple of bombers in their lineup, and then they end up in a domination game. You're not losing out. Well, bomber can still be incredibly useful in any one of these games. I mean, I use my bombers a lot in domination games, and I try my best in every game. I don't just quit out because it's a domination game. I just try my very best, which is hard in a bomber in a domination game. But if you're in a something that's got forward-facing machine guns, you can sometimes do some real damage. This is where I make a mistake. I wing over it, which just gives my wings absolute all the... Yeah, that's not good, was it? No, it's not good. That was a fail on my part. But we're going on to the next aircraft, and that is going to be even more fail. But going back onto the topic at hand, being a bomber in this game is incredibly different. In domination, you can get capture points, especially if you're in something Russian. You can just land it on an airfield. If it's their airfield or not, just land it on an airfield. You pretty much own that airfield afterwards. You then talk about a ground strike, and you gotta be clever with your bombers, because you gotta know when to go up high, when to go low, and when to watch out for fighters, because fighters are very one-sided in this game. I mean, people could say to you that the fighters are doing an awful lot of nothing at the moment because all they're doing is fighting with each other, but what they actually bring to the game is you get 3 or 4 on the opposite team who are killing the bombers. Your team's going to win. Doesn't mean whoever's got the most bombers is going to win. Whoever got the most fighters sitting up top, sacrificing only a couple of kills. That is important in this game, because it's all about winning, and winning is really bloody important, isn't it? That's why we play video games. We play a video game to win at the game. This is incredibly preachy, I know, but you're going to see another fail, because I'm going to find the worst enemy to any bomber, and that's a Focke-Wulf. Focke-Wulfs kill bombers amazingly well. especially if they've got some underslung cannons. That that works very well. And eesh, they hurt. They really hurt bombers hard. I'm busy leveling my way up to them so I can do a bit of bomber hurt as well. The I think I think that's probably 3 seconds. I think it's from he starts shooting to he blowing me up was about 3 seconds. So I'm now thinking, how the hell do I get to these cargo ships? I've just wasted 2 planes already. Granted, both one rank 2, one rank 3, but granted it's not going to be rank 3 for much longer, as I believe. I I go for my old faithful A20G. This thing is probably the best bomber in my opinion in the game until they changed it to a dive bomber. And don't ask me why it's a dive bomber, because I don't think it was really a dive bomber in real life, but it gets the dive bomber reticule. The the way I get to do this now is they've pushed so deep into our area. This is where I was talking about when to bomb and when not to bomb. Is when you have to watch how the enemy's playing. You got to watch when they're pushing and when they're not pushing. And this is impossible to do when you've spent your entire time dead, mostly like me, or you do your time flying around, concentrating heavily on what you're doing in front of you, as if you're in the if you've hit the hive, you've started to get yourself, you've hit the bee nest and all the rest. You've gone and hit that proverbial shit in a fan. It's really, really hard when you're in the dogfight spiral. I find it easier when you just choose one select and go for that. So you either go for bombers or you go for fighters. I managed to kill most of the cargo ships in that run as I could. I think I get 2. Another person must get another one, because my next round out I think I get another 2. But again, it's just sacrificing bombers in the aim to achieve a very simple goal. And funny enough, that's very much how it happened in real life. Is they just sacrificed bombers to achieve the goal of killing the Luftwaffe. And it seems to be working in the same respect now. Is us bombers have to keep on going out, sacrificing ourselves for even less gains than the fighters ever get. But we're the ones that win the games. We might not win every game, e.g. domination, where we're pretty useless, but we're the one who wins the game. And we're the ones who are designed to win the game. So why do we get such few points? Unless we get major, ground strike kills. 16, 25 multipliers I've had. That racks in you in some points. But no one plays a game particularly well if they're in a pug game. And I think that's what the biggest difficulty is here, is I'm playing a pug game. I'm playing by myself. I've got nobody to help me. But I'm not whinging about that. I am still flying my bombers straight into the enemy's jaws just to attempt to win the game. Because you have to. You have to go out there and win the game. I'm going to take a swig of my beer as I'm going to watch this bit. And I might put in some music here. I might not. It depends how good I am at editing. this is when the game starts to get crucial. I have got to try and kill as many ground targets in one run as possible, and I've decided to go after the destroyers. The destroyers I saw were the biggest threat, because the tanks can be killed easily. Maybe somebody will have a Typhoon with rockets or something else. And I didn't get them all, because I didn't have the bomb load that I thought I needed. I clicked it, and I realized I didn't have it unlocked. So I had to go after with just 2 destroyers in the end. And that wasn't enough. I needed more. But I was really lucky that when I rocked up in my B-17 bomber, somebody I noticed was going after the last destroyer. And I see him off there in the distance, and I think, hang on, we can win this. I'm in my last bomber, and I'm pretty sure there's only been a couple of other people who've been bombing throughout the game, and I didn't actually have a look, I must admit. And I'm like, yes, we can win this. I've got enough bombs to kill all of those guys in one pass. I just need this B-17 to kill that battle, the destroyer, and we're A4 away. And I'm thinking, he can do it. He can hit that and then hit some other other targets. He can do that. Hit the destroyer and other targets. Hit that destroyer. No. Oh. Okay. I'll hit the rest of the targets. It's okay. I've got this. There can't be that many of their fighters left. I'm thinking I'll stay up high because everybody's going to be looking to go down low. And I'm thinking, yeah, I can carpet bomb these. These tanks aren't moving. They don't move once they get to this position. I'm good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fly straight up there. I'm going to slacken off my speed so I get my turn in my bomber view. You know, a very real flat turn, just using the rudders, you know, all that good stuff like that. And there's only 3 of them down there, and then another 2. I can get these all in one run. So, drop my bombs, turn, no speed at all. Got these, easy peasy. Let's watch the bombs fly in. Victory, A4 away. We've won this. We've got this. So I'm gonna see that I get 1, 2. Hang on, I should have got 3 there. Shouldn't I have got 3 then? I got 2 there. Oh yeah. But that wasn't enough. I needed more. Alright. How are we going to do this? I got, 30 seconds left. I can't just dive down because I'll have way too much speed. My bombs won't be ready yet. I need to spiral my way down. And I'm thinking, I really hope, because I've only got this life, and I know what it's like this entire game. It's been a struggle to get any bombs off. And I'm hoping this B-17 has got what it takes. Oh, that's a lot of fighters in my corner there. I'm going to level off, and all else fails, I'll have to fly into it. That's what I was thinking. I was taking shots, and I'm just releasing bombs and hoping. And then all of a sudden I see a Japanese plane. He's got the same plan as me. Bombs go off. Big explosion. Hallelujah. Bombers win the game, because that's how it's done. And my God, was that a close game in the end. If we didn't kill those destroyers, I think that game would have gone on for longer. There's me. I got 15 destroys. I hope you enjoyed the game. Have a good one, guys. See you later.